Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, I am back with a very interesting topic for you guys to learn. And this time we are back with ESP32, which we have already discussed in the last session. And there I have already mentioned that we are having ESP32 and which is already inbuilt with two different and the very most commonly used feature for the wireless technology, and those are the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. And in this ESP32 you are having the Bluetooth, but not only the Bluetooth but also BLE, which is Bluetooth Low Energy, which is the most efficiently and the mostly used technique in the industrial standard, just because it consumes very less power and it is actually very much conserving the energy, right? So that is the reason we will be using in this session about that part, right? So in this session I will also tell you like what exactly BLE is and why we should use it with the industrial application. So let's get started and let's see how to do that part. Firstly, let's understand what exactly BLE is. Like I said, BLE is the Bluetooth Low Energy. So Bluetooth Low Energy is actually a power conserving variant of Bluetooth. BLE's primary application is a short distance transmission of small amount of data, which is for the low bandwidth. Unlike Bluetooth, like we have already seen the common Bluetooth which we actually use in the different applications, like maybe you have heard about this HC05 or HC06, right? So you may have heard about that, but it is not like that because it consumes very less energy and which is very actually power efficient, right? And the reason for that we are having in here is that unlike Bluetooth, this is always on. Yeah, this is always on, but BLE remains in sleep mode constantly except for when a connection is initiated. In short, if in case you are going to have a BLE into your application or let's say into your device, then BLE maybe it will be turned on automatically forever, right? But it will be turned on only if you have initiated a connection between a device, right? So if there is a connection between the BLE and any other device, then only it will consume the energy, otherwise it will be in the sleep mode. But the normal Bluetooth does not behave in this way. Those Bluetooth are continuously on and they continuously consume a lot of energy, which makes this BLE, which is the Bluetooth Low Energy, this makes it more efficient and it will make it to use 100 times less energy than the normal Bluetooth, which we usually call it as the Bluetooth Classic, right? So that is why we are going to use the BLE in this session, and this is a very good news for us that we already have this BLE inbuilt inside the ESP32, right? And also this BLE is having a very good range for around let's say 2 to 3 meters, which is good enough to make a connection and to further control any appliances or any devices wirelessly, right? So this is the advantage of using that part, and this is how and this is why we are going to use it in this session, because I also want you to make the industrial level of things, right? I just want to make you to learn those advanced techniques which you should understand as per the industrial standards, right? So now let's move ahead and let's start with the practical part, right? And for that I would like to tell you like what exactly we are going to do to understand this part. So to make you clear about this part, what exactly we will be doing is we will be using the BLE module which is inside the ESP32, and in this case I will be using an application which will be installed onto my Android application. Based on that application, based on that Android application, what I will do is I will send some message, and that message will be sent to the ESP32, and that message will be displayed on the OLED display. Like in the previous session I have already shown you that how you can interface the OLED display and how you can display any message onto that, right? So I hope you are already aware about that, but still if you're not aware about that, don't worry, I will leave you the link in the description, or you will get the link on the top of this video. So no worries about that, you can get it there and you can learn it like how you can work on it, right? But now let's move ahead and let's understand how to make a connection between the Bluetooth device, which is the BLE, with the mobile phone, so that we can transfer the data in between, right? So this is what exactly we have to do. Now let's see how to do that. Alright, so let's talk about the components that will be used in the today's session. So firstly, we will be using the ESP32 module, in which we already have the built-in Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. So we will be using this. Second one is OLED display, which is the 128 cross 64 OLED display, and this is like 0.96 inches, right? So this is the screen size in which we will be displaying all the messages, all the text that you want to display, right? So this will be used in this case. And also you need a breadboard where you will be making all the connections. You need all the jumpers, and in this session we will be using only the male to male jumpers, because in my case I'll be requiring this only. But yeah, if in case you are using in a different way, then there it may vary accordingly, right? So you need the jumpers for that, and also you need the data cable to connect your ESP32 to your system, so that you can transfer the code into the ESP32, right? So this is all about the components. Let's move ahead now. Alright, so now you can see that these are the components which we are going to use in the today's session, and maybe I have already shown you them in the previous session as well, but okay, let me show you the circuit now. So on your screen you can see we are having a circuit diagram, and this circuit diagram is in between the OLED display and the ESP32. And just because ESP32 is inbuilt with the BLE module, so we don't have to interface anything externally, we can directly link to the BLE module of your ESP32. The only thing is we have to enable it, we have to turn it on, so that it will come out of the let's say sleep mode, right? So because as I said in the beginning that Bluetooth, which is BLE, is by default inside the sleep mode, which will help you consume very less power, right? So that is the reason we prefer BLE in the industrial applications, right? So this is what we are going to do. So when you are having the connection, when you will make the connection for the interfacing of OLED display with the ESP32, you will see the output something like this. Let me show you again. So can you see this? Here we already have the connections which you may have seen in the previous session as well, right? So there I have already shown you that how you can interface your OLED display with the ESP32, and now you can see the timings over here, right? But this time we are not going to make a smartwatch, or we are not going to make the digital display, right? We are not going to make a watch like that. Instead we will be making something very good, right? Which will be like something very attractive, which we can use in different applications, maybe for controlling the home appliances, maybe for controlling any other application which you can make, right? So there are many other applications. Maybe you have seen the same thing in, like, let's say in the cars, right? So there you are having a keychain, and right now you can see in that keychain you are having a very small Bluetooth. So that Bluetooth is actually connected to the device. So there what exactly we are doing is, by just pressing a button, we are just sending a message. So this is how we can use it in the business application, right? So this is all about it. Now let's see the practical implementation, that how we can make this part, right? So let's go back. Alright, so now you have seen that what exactly we have done in the previous session, and now what exactly we are going to do. So let's not waste much time and let's move ahead, right? So here you can see this is a program which I have already shown you in the previous session, and even I have explained that, so that you can further make your smartwatch, and you can further make it the actual smartwatch as well, right? Because right now we are not using the industrial level of components which are known as the SMDs, which is the surface mount devices. So you have to use them, and after that, when you are done with the assembling part, when you are done with the soldering part, your smartwatch is ready. So that is what exactly we have done in the previous session, right? Now let's go to the next part. Now we have to make the BLE, which is inbuilt in the ESP32. I have to make the connection with Android phone, right? For that, firstly what we have to do is we have to install the application. And what application I have to install, let me just clearly show you that what exactly we have to install and how we have to move ahead, right? So let's see that part. Now let's see what application we have to install. So for that, just go to the Play Store first, and in here just search for the serial Bluetooth, the first one which you can see in here, right? Serial Bluetooth. So you just have to go to this, just click on it, and in your here you can see, like in my system, in my mobile phone, it is already installed, so that's why it is asking me to open it. But in your case, maybe you are installing it for the first time, you can directly install it, and after the installation we can open it. Now let me just open it. So now the application is installed onto my smartphone. Now what we have to do next is just go to file, go to examples, and in here just search for Bluetooth serial. So here you can see Bluetooth serial, and in here just select serial to serial BT. So just click on it. So you will see that it will open up a new sketch for you, and in there the basic code is there. But we don't have to go for the basic code just because we have to make the upgradation in that. But just for the verification and just for the connection part, what exactly we are going to do is we are just going to go with this code, right? So just click on upload and just upload this code into your ESP32. And just because the ESP32 and the interface OLED display is already connected to my system, so that's why you can see in here inside tools the port is already selected, so that's why I'm not connecting it again. So just click on upload and let it upload to your ESP32. So let it finish first. Alright, so the program is uploaded to my ESP32. Now what next we have to do is we just have to go to the application which we have just installed, and on there we have to make the connection with the ESP32 along with the BLE, which is Bluetooth Low Energy, right? So let's make the connections. Alright, so now you can see on your screen that we have the application opened onto the mobile phone, right? So right in here you can see that there are multiple options. There is the first option which is like devices. Just go in there. Right now I can see that the device which I have to make connection with, this is actually not available, just because for the first time you have to pair your BLE module with your smartphone, right? So for that, what exactly we have to do is firstly just verify that whether the Bluetooth is turned on onto your smartphone or not. If it is not turned on, just turn it on. If it is already on, let it on, right? So this is what exactly we have to check first. Once that is done, just go to settings, and in here what we have to do next is we have to search for it, right? So right in here you can see the last option is ESP32 test. So this is the option which we have to select. If you didn't get the option, if you are not able to scan the BLE module onto your system, onto your mobile phone, in that case just do one thing, just turn your Bluetooth on, or let's say just enable the Bluetooth from your ESP32, and onto your ESP32 you will see a button with the name enable. So just click on that, it will just turn your Bluetooth on, and after that just research for your Bluetooth device, right? So this is what exactly you have to do. So let me just show you that part as well, like how you can turn it on. In here you can see ESP32 is here, and in here this is a button which is the enable button. So just press on it and just release it, right? So once you're done with it, now go back to the application. Now the Bluetooth is enabled from my ESP32, right? And in my case you can see it is already showing me. So just click on ESP32 test, it will start pairing, let it finish, just wait until. Alright, so you can see ESP32 is now added to the paired list, right? So you can see in here. Now we can go back, you can go back over here, right? And in here you can search for ESP32 test. Here you can see it is there, just click on it now. So can you see connecting to ESP32 test, and it is connected now, right? So to show you that part, like whether it's actually working or not, in the program you can see the basic program which is already over here, right? And after that, in the loop section, what exactly we are doing is we are just checking the devices, we are just checking the messages that will be sent over here with respect to these commands like serial.available, serial bt.available. So serial bt.available means which we are going to check that whether the message is sent from the Bluetooth device or not. If it is not sent, then we have to send it, otherwise it will not show you anything, right? And all the connections, all the messages will be shown to you onto your serial monitor. So for that, what I have to do is I just have to go to serial monitor on the top right corner, right? So just click on it. Right now you will see in here that you're not able to see anything, right? So in that case, what you just do is just click on enable if it will not show you the messages automatically. Like in my case, you can see it is showing me everything automatically, so I don't have to click the enable button again. But if in your case it does not show anything, just click on the enable button and it will show you that now you can start pairing your device, right? So this is what exactly we have to do. Now go back to the application again, and in that application what you have to do is you just have to mention, or let's say you just have to send a message onto your device, right? So here you can see on my screen, okay, the connection is lost, no issues, just click on this, it will automatically reconnect, right? So you can see in here. Now let's say hello, on your screen you can see hello is there. Let's say innovate yourself. Can you see whatever message I'm texting in here, all those messages are going to show onto your screen, like in here you can see, right? So this is what exactly we are doing, but this is not the final task, right? We have to display this message onto the OLED display, right? So for that, what exactly we have to do is we just have to update the program which you are able to see onto your screen. We are not going to use it right now, right? We have to make the updation to it, and for that just close it now, and I will not waste much time for that. Let me just open that program. All right, so here you can see this is a program which I have already made based on this, right? And don't worry about the program, I will leave a link in the description, so you can directly download the program and you can test it onto your system, right? And if in case you have any issues, no issues, just leave a comment below in the comment section, right? So this is all that we are doing in here, and we have added two things. One program is for the Bluetooth serial communication, right? And the second one is for the Adafruit OLED display, right? So this one I have already shown you in the previous session, but still if you are not able to understand like what exactly we are doing in here, you can refer to that video, no issues. And now let's move ahead. Like I have already shown you in the previous session that what exactly we are doing is we are just using 128x64 size OLED display, right? So this is what we are using, and we have already made the connections, and connections are as per this, and I have already shown you that as well, right? And after that, this is just a basic object for your display, right? So this is what we have done. This is like if the Bluetooth is not enabled, in that case it will be generated, and in that case Bluetooth is not enabled, so this type of a message will be displayed, right? And based on that we are creating a Bluetooth object, and Bluetooth object is actually used over here for, let's say like this one, for available part and to send the message over here, right? And most of the things I guess you already know. The only difference is that in our case we have to read the message, and this message which we are going to read, if you are going to read it with respect to the basic read command, if you are going to read it like this, like serial.read, in that case what will happen is you will be able to see the message in ASCII code, which means if you are going to say, let's say 0, which means it will display you 48. So based on the ASCII code, it is going to return you the output, but we don't want that output. And also this time the output which we are going to get, that is actually not the integer type of a value which we are going to get in here, right? This is a multiple words, multiple character string which we have to add in here. So for that we are having a very basic function for that, and that function is like serial.read string. Serial.read string is basically if in case you want to send some message from the serial monitor, which means if you are going to type something over here like in here, then that message will be read, but we are not reading from here. This one is actually for the serial monitor, but we are going to focus on the serial Bluetooth available, right? So in this case what exactly we are doing is we are just writing like serial bt dot available. This is just for the checking that whether a serial monitor or your Bluetooth have sent you any message or not. So this is what we are checking in here, and for that string message, like in here I'm just reading that message and I'm just sending it onto the serial monitor. Just for the verification I'm just displaying onto the serial monitor, and after that I have called a function, and that function is this one, just to display a message onto your OLED display, which we have already seen in the previous session, right? But this time that message is actually coming from Bluetooth, So we have read the message, whether the message is available or not. We have read the string for that. So the function is read string. We are just reading it, and that message is being sent to this message function, right? So we are just sending it over here. It is just clearing it first, so that if any message is already available, it will just clear that, and after that it will display a message with the font size 2. And also we are just setting up the color, which means whatever is the background color, based on that it will just inverse it. If the background is black, it will show you white. If the background is white, it will show you black. So this is how it is writing. And for the cursor, I'm just setting the position as 0,0, so that it will start showing you the message from beginning. And also display.print, so whatever message we are getting from here, that will be displayed over here, right? And after that, display.display is the most important command. If you will skip this part, you will not see anything in the output, so don't forget to add this line, right? So this is the most important thing, right? So finally my code explanation is finished, right? Now we can upload the program and we can test it again, right? So let me just show you that part. So just upload it now. Alright, so the program is uploaded onto my ESP32. Now we can go ahead and we can test it. Alright, so in here you can see onto your screen that we are having the OLED display. By default, I have sent a text over here. You can see in here that I have sent a basic message that send text to display here, right? So this is the basic message which I am sending in here. So that's why you are able to see it, right? So this is a message. And now let's send the message through the application. So you can see the application onto your screen, right? So the connection is lost, so let me just reconnect it. Okay, so connecting to the ESP32 test, and it is connected now, right? So let me just send it. Can you see in here onto your screen it is showing innovate yourself, but yeah, maybe the text is shifted to the next line, but don't worry, let me just give it a space and type it again. So can you see innovate yourself is here. Similarly, if you will change the text to something else, let's say subscribe now, so you can see subscribe now, right? So this is how you can send the message to your ESP32, or let's say to the OLED display which you are having with you, and also you can just test whatever you want to do. Not only this much, you can send any other text, whatever you want to send, and that can be sent anywhere, whether on the OLED display, whether on the P10 tile, whether on some bigger display where you actually want to display. So there are various other applications where you can use this concept, and it will be actually a industrial level of application. And also, as I've said, this is a BLE, which is Bluetooth low energy device, and this is actually going to conserve a lot of energy for you, which will help you give your device durability, right? Which means you can make a device and that device will last long, right? So this is the advantage of using this part. And now that is it for today. I hope everything is clear to you, but still you are having any doubts regarding the topic, or you are having doubts in making the connections to your device or to the ESP32, then no issues. You can leave a comment below in the comment section, and I will try to give you the reply as soon as possible. So that is it for today. And also, if you like this video, then don't forget to press the like button. And also, if you're new to this channel, just click on the subscribe button, and also you can press the bell icon if you don't want to miss any updates from my channel, because I keep on posting such videos like the videos which you actually require and which you should actually learn as per the industrial standards. So just don't forget to press the bell icon. So that is it for today. Till then, bye bye and happy learning.